right, guys, I am here in the gear shop. I'm looking at a brand new pack that is launching today from Kifaru. We're gonna have this in the Go Hunt gear shop available for you to purchase. This is the Kifaru Absaroka pack, which, like I said, brand new pack today. I'm personally really excited about it. I've had a chance to use it for a number of weeks at this point, and I'm really looking forward to getting out into the woods this fall to hunt elk with it. I think it's gonna be a phenomenal option for me. This is an expedition style pack. So if you look at Kifaru's page, you look at our page, you're looking for a pack in that range that's gonna be able to help you backpack hunt, maybe that 5 to 8, even 10 days. This is a pack that's gonna fit that mold. I haven't owned a Kifaru pack in a number of years. The last Kifaru I had was a Timberline pack on a bikini frame. It's been probably 15, 20 years ago, to be honest, at this point. Love that pack. And I'm super excited this year to once again get back into a Kifaru pack and use it. And talking to Kenneth over at Kifaru, initially I was looking for a pack that I could do that style of hunting because that's my main style, especially for elk hunting. Originally I was interested in the doll pack, which I think would be a great option. He suggested I kind of hold out and take a look and use this Absaroka, and I'm glad that I did because it has some features built into it that I really like and I really prefer. It suits my style of hunting. This pack is kind of a go-between a cutthroat and a doll. So if you're familiar with those packs from Kifaru, this is kind of a go between them in terms of size and pocket configuration and access to the bag. So without further ado, I'm gonna run through, kind of show you the features, the reasons that I like this pack, and the reason I'm super excited this year to be able to use it. One of the things I really like about this pack is the zipper configuration. I love the fact that you have multiple access points. So you've got the top lid with the snow collar. You can get in the top of this. It's got a drawstring cord, and I'm gonna show you how that works here in a second. But one thing I really like is this horseshoe opening that kind of opens across the front of the bag. That's a feature that I've really liked in packs. Over the years, I've used a bunch of different packs. I didn't necessarily even realize that the way you access the main bag is a feature that I enjoy, and that there are definitely options that I prefer over another. And this is, for me, my preferred option. It allows me to lay this backpack down essentially on the ground at night or even during the day if I'm hunting. I can open up this main bag with this horseshoe zipper, and I can fold out the full horseshoe or beaver tail, if you will. I've got access to all my equipment and my gear. It makes it really super simple and easy to access my camp at night. It also makes it easier to access any kind of major equipment that I've got in my pack, like a spotting scope. So I love the way that that's configured. In addition to, you also have an external pocket on the front of that sits here, which you can slide your hand in. You can get equipment that you need easily. So if you've got rain gear, if you've got a smaller spotting scope that'll fit inside this is a great option for that because you got quick access to it. Additionally, you have another pocket that sits on the front of it, and you can use that for any other access to gear that you quickly need. So something like a rain kit, if I got a rain jacket, a rain pant, a headlamp, any kind of equipment that I want really easy access, and I don't have to dig through my main bag compartment to get to it. That's a really cool option for accessing your gear. The overall cubic inches of this Absaroka backpack are going to be 6,580 cubic inches. That's total combined. Main bag, you're going to be 5,000 cubic inches. You've got an extra 1,000 cubic inches in the top lid. You've got another 580 in the front pocket. Kifaru does give you the option to add any kind of other little bags that'll fit onto this. So if you need more room, you can do that. You could also carry additional gear between the bag and the frame on the load shelf if you need to really extend your trip. You need to add extra food or gear. So like I said, overall cubic inches, 6,580. To me, this bag feels bigger, if I'm honest. I've used bigger packs in the past, up to like 7,400 or 7,900 cubic inches. To me, that's felt like a good option for maybe that 8-9 day backpack elk hunt. I was a little bit worried, to be honest, with a pack that's 6,500 cubic inches, but having a chance to play with it, stuff with my gear in it, kind of organize my gear with the different pockets, I feel like it's got ample room. The snow collar is nice and tall. I have no doubt in my mind that I'm going to be able to easily get 8, 9, 10 days if I needed to out of this backpack on an elk hunt. So size-wise, it really fits the mold for me. One of the other great things about this Absaroka, and talking with Kenneth, and I'm always kind of take things with a grain of salt, but to be honest, he's dead nuts right. This pack is super compactable. It's got compression straps up both sides. Also on the top part and the lower portion of the pack, I was using this pack day hunting on a bear hunt in Alaska. I was able to throw my day hunting pack setup inside and really constrict and pull that thing completely in. It packs really, really well for day hunting. So for me, this would be like a do-all pack. I could use it on a day hunt in the front country. I could use it for antelope hunting, or I can use it on extended backpack hunts for elk or mule deer if I wanted to. So I love the fact that it's really compactable. It's got tons of compression straps. All the buckles are auto lock buckles. Even the front buckles here, if you can see those are auto lock buckles. Makes it a great option to put your bow or your rifle on the front of this pack and really cinch it in and secure it. You don't have to worry about it falling off. All right, another feature of this backpack, if you look at it, is the material is not your standard Cordura that you see on a lot of packs, even packs from Kifaru that they've used in the past and they still make and have in production. This material they're calling an Ultra Grid XPX 400 material, claiming that it's more durable, it's more water resistant. If you hear it, one of the questions I get often is like, how noisy is a pack material? I don't think it's overly noisy. It's probably a little bit louder maybe than Cordura, but it's almost sixes to be honest. I wouldn't say that it's overly loud. Also, in wearing this pack, I didn't get any squeaking, which is another question I get commonly about backpacks. I've had 50 pounds in it. I've done trail hikes in it. I haven't noticed any squeaking or movement in this backpack that would cause any added noise. So that's something that I wanted to kind of touch on before I moved on. So new material, weather resistant, more durable, and I think it has a nice finish. It looks good, it feels good, and I don't think that it's overly noisy over other materials that are commonly used in backpacks. All right, so that's brand new from Kifaru. It's the Absaroka pack. Before I totally conclude the video, I do want to open this thing up and just show you what the guts of it look like. It does have a built-in water bladder pouch, so I want to make sure that I show you that. I want to talk through how the zippers work, and also, it might be interesting because I get this question a lot, I just would like to show you where I put my equipment, how I pack this pack up. So without further ado, let's pull these pillows out, we'll dive into it, and I'll show you what the guts of this pack look like. One of the things I really like about this horseshoe zipper that goes along the front, I like the fact that they've placed these compression straps on the inside of it, so I'm not having to undo them to then zip and get into the main part of my bag. I love the fact that those are independent. I can just unzip that and I'm instantly able to access the main compartment of my bag. That's a little annoyance that I've had with other packs on the market, but I love the fact that they've thought about that. They put those compression straps right on the front of this beaver tail piece. So I've got that unzipped. I'm gonna throw out these throw pillows of Omar's. He can have those back. All right, so I unzip the main beaver tail portion of this. You can lay that thing open, which again, this is a big deal for me. I didn't really think that it would be, but I can promise you, in the various packs that I've used over my lifetime, I really like this feature. It makes it super simple and easy to access the main compartment of your bag and get to your gear really quick. Internally, you can see that you've got a water bladder pocket. So you simply lower your water bladder into that. It's got a port for it. You just run that through. Makes it really simple for guys that like to run a water bladder and have quick access to water. You stay hydrated better on the trail. Also internally, you've got a small pocket right here that just clips in at the top. It's a small zip pocket, so any kind of items that you might want to stuff in that you need close at hand. For me, this is a pocket, to be honest, that I would probably run, maybe a headlamp, my tag, maybe some small items that I just know that I need access to quick. I do like a little bit of organization. One thing about having a pocket like this inside the pack is that I can kind of tailor it to me. I can put the gear in there that makes the most sense, and as long as I maintain that, I put it back every single time. I know where it is in my pack. I'm never gonna lose it. I have quick access to it, so I love the fact that you've got an extra little pocket right there on the inside. And I do like this little internal water bladder pocket. You don't have to use it for a water bladder. You can use it for any kind of gear that you just want to separate and keep organized within your pack, but a cool little option from them. So on the back side of this, you'll see you have a larger pocket that sits between the main portion of the pack and then this front pocket. It's a pretty sizable pocket. For me, I can see this being a great spot for my spotting scope, potentially my kill kit, any kind of extra gear that I want access to, but I won't have to dive into the main compartment of the bag. I could kind of plug in right there. So for me, I see this being a great spot for a spotting scope, you know, kill kit, possibles pouch, that kind of stuff. The main portion of the pack, promise you I would kind of dive into that. So the way I pack my backpack is the bottom of the pack, I typically put my tent. So if I'm going elk hunting, I like to bivvy elk hunt. I'm probably gonna run a bivvy in the bottom of that. I'm probably gonna have a tarp folded up and put in the bottom of that. On top of that, I'm gonna put my sleeping pad. After that, I'm going to put my sleeping bag kind of right here in this mid portion. Through this middle section of the pack, I'm gonna run the bulk of my food. So if I'm packed for 8 or 9 days, what I like to do is I like to pack individual days worth of food in 1 gallon Ziploc bags so that if I ditch out and I go on a day hunt, I can just grab 1 bag of food and I can hightail it and move. I would put my food kind of in this middle portion of the pack. This extra pocket right here that sits between the two, that might be a great spot to put 1 day's worth of food. I could kind of transfer it out into this portion so that I don't have to dive into the main portion of the pack and unpack all my food just to get to a few items that I need. So I would probably run 1 day's worth of food in this middle portion with my spotting scope and anything else that I've got here. And then the top end of it, you know, you've got excess room. You might want to run your water bladder with the port hose out the top. This little pouch here, I may end up putting my toothbrush in it, maybe my medical kit, just some pills or sleeping pills or, you know, energy drinks for the day, those little individual Ignite trail packs. I may run those into next to my water bladder so I could just add those as I go. But that's kind of how I see packing my backpack. This has a top lid. I'm gonna show you the top lid. The top lid's got 2 zippers, so you've got a pocket right here on the face, and then you also have another larger zipper opening into the main portion of it. Internally, you have another little pocket with some mesh on the inside. This still has the buckle kit included in it. I haven't really even dove into this top lid. The reason I have it is because I very rarely use a top lid. I just don't like top lids. I look at them as kind of the junk drawer of hunting. It's just a bunch of shit that I don't really need. I just throw it in there. So for me personally, I don't often use this with a top lid. And I wouldn't have to with this pack. It's big enough that I can run 5 to probably 9, 10 days in this main frame of the pack without a top lid. But if you are a guy that likes extra organization, you need extra room and space for your gear, the top lid's a great option. I'm gonna pull this top lid off and just kind of show you what the top access into this backpack looks like. I love the fact that these are all just simple buckles. I can take that thing off in 5 seconds. I should note, accessories for Kifaru packs, those are sold separately. All right, so I wanna show you what the top access looks like. Again, you've got a draw cord here. You've got a big, tall snow collar that you can pile any extra gear up on top of that you need to. So you'll see that this is the top access to the bag. It's got this little pull tab, which is super simple and easy to use. I know a lot of packs have the roll top. I kind of like this. I like the fact that it's just a draw cord and I don't have to worry about it. Just snug that thing in and go. It does fold in quite well, and then you can use these compression straps from here to just snug that thing down and roll the top over and really cinch it down in. All right, and then lastly, just a minor detail that I would note. I really love the fact that you've got these handles here that are built into the bag. You can grab that very easily if you just want to swing it up and over the tailgate of a truck. Makes it really easy to pick up or set down. It's a small detail, but again, when you're diving into gear and equipment, the details are what make the difference. So it's the things like the way the zippers are configured, it's the way the pockets are configured. It's things like the handles that make like these little differences that ultimately make you more successful, makes it more useful in the field. And I like the details that are built into this pack. All right, guys, so that's the brand new Absaroka pack from Kifaru. You can order yours now in the GOHUNT gear shop. Also, if you guys watch our YouTube content, I would love it if you would subscribe. I know personally I'm guilty of this. I watch a lot of content. I consume a lot of podcasts, YouTube videos that I don't necessarily subscribe to. I would love it. It would help us produce more content if you guys would just smash that subscribe button. I know that's a little annoying for me to say and put out there, but it is a shameless plug. Subscribe to our channel, give it a like. It would mean a lot to me. It would help us do more content. So check that out. Brand new pack from Kifaru available in the gear shop, and subscribe, please.